Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High. YAHAWAH, BaHaShem, YAHAWASHI, which is to say in the Paleo-Hebrew, YAHAWAH, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, BaHaShem, meaning in the name, YAHAWASHI, meaning He is our salvation. And that is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man, all right? And you have to have a willing mind to serve the Lord. All right. You have to have a willing mind to serve, worship Yahweh. And you have to worship him in the name Yahawashai. Okay. In order for you to worship Yahweh, you have to go through Yahawashai, and you have to have a willing mind, because everything else you do, if you don't have a willing mind, it is for nothing, okay? It is for nothing if you don't serve Yahweh, BaHaShem, Yahawashai with a willing mind, all right? Now, this is 2 Corinthians 8 and verse 12. It says, for if there be first a willing mind, okay? So when you come to serve Yahweh, you have to first have a willing mind, all right? Because you can try to come and put on a front or, facade or anything of that nature, and it may even fool the people for however long that you are a man of the Lord, but eventually all things are sought out, all right? And whether or not you're serving the Most High with a willing mind will be sought out too, okay? So it says, for if there first be a willing mind, it is accepted according to that a man have, all right? And not according to that he have not, all right? So the fact that you're serving the Most High with a willing mind is the same exact reason that the Most High is going to open you up to see things that other men won't be able to see. All right? Let's read that again. 2 Corinthians 8 and verse 12. For if there be first a willing mind. Now, when we go into that word willing in the Greek, one of the definitions is ready and another is spirit. Okay? Let's go there.
Strong's G 4288. Prathumia. Prathumia.
And it says some of the outline biblical usage: zeal, spirit, eagerness, inclination, readiness of mind. So a willing mind, you have to have a eagerness, a readiness, the spirit, okay? And you have to have a zeal according to knowledge, okay? Because you have individuals that try to come to serve the Lord, though they have a zeal of the Most High, it's not according to knowledge, man. What knowledge? Just truth, okay? So you have to have a willing mind. You have to be ordained. You have to be chosen, okay? You have to be chosen, all right? In order to serve the Most High with a willing mind, you have to be chosen. As it says in the scriptures, many are called. You see, all of Israel is called to this truth, but not all have a willing mind. Okay? Not all are eager to serve the Most High according to this word, this truth, this knowledge. Okay? Let's get this. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 22, in verse 14. It reads, for many are called, but few are chosen. Okay? And those few that are chosen are the elect. Those are the ones that's going to serve the Most High with a willing mind, eagerness, to have that zeal, that spirit. What spirit? The Holy Spirit. Okay? So it says, for many are called, but few are chosen. Let's see if we can get this. This is a Colossians chapter 4 and verse 13. It says, for I bear him record that he have a great seal for you. Okay, this is another. Here's Romans 10 and 2. This is the book of Romans chapter 10 and verse 2. It says, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High. So you have certain individuals that actually do want to have a will in mind. Okay? They have a what? It says, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High. So you do have some that's trying to serve the Most High with a will in mind. But what does it say? But not according to knowledge, not according to this truth, man. All right? And then you have those hucksters that's just out here to fill their belly, okay? And at all expense, whether it's yours or somebody else, who's going to believe what they teach and preach, because why? They look good in the eyes of men, okay? But the eyes of the Most High, he sees right through it, man. He knows whether or not they're serving him with a willing mind, or they coming with that, deception, all right? The Most High is able to discern all of this, okay? So you can't fool the Most High, man. You can fool man, but you can't fool the Most High, whether you serving him with a willing mind or not. Because why? He knows who's his and who isn't. As we're going to read in John 10, okay? So going back to 2 Corinthians 8 in verse 12, it reads, for if there be first a willing mind, it is accepted according to that a man have. Okay? And you have to be of the elect, man, to even have that willing mind, to be accepted. And not according to that he have not. Right? The Most High don't care what you're doing and coming and saying in his name if you don't have first a willing mind. All right? Because although you do have individuals that know the name and call on the name from time to time, they don't serve YAHAWAH BAHASHIM YAHAWASHI with a willing mind, okay? They serve him in the sense to fill their pockets, to get them notoriety, all right? To be looked upon other men as, these great leaders, okay? They don't have that willing mind to serve the Most High, okay? So let's read that again, because this is a beautiful verse. 2 Corinthians 8 and 12. For if there be first a willing mind, it is accepted according to that a man have. You see, then all your works that you do is accepted because your mind is willing. Okay? It says, and not according to that he have not. Right? Because, hey, you can have it all, man. But if your mind isn't willing and on truth and knowledge according to the Bible, it's not going to be accepted. Let's go to Isaiah 66 and verse 2. Well, you know what? Let's start at verse 1. This is Isaiah 66 and verse 1. It says, thus saith Yahawah, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool. Where is the house that ye built unto me? And where is the place of my rest? So you see, because you can build a temple and you can build a house, and you can all say that you build it in the name of Yahweh. But guess what? If you don't have a will in mind, it's all in vain, man. Because we see these churches all the time, man. Okay? We see these churches that they're built by hands with men, but inside it's corruption. Because why? They're not serving the Most High with a willing mind. You see? So the Most High could care less about you building a temple and sanctifying it to him if you're not serving him with a willing mind. He's not dwelling there. Okay? If he built the heavens and the earths, what does he need your little temple for? Your little temple for, unless you're serving him willingly, all right, with a willing mind, all right? Because you're not doing anything but making merchandise off of him, all right, off of the ignorance of the people. Verse 2, for all those things have my hand made, right? Through his only begotten son, YAHAWASHI, he created all of this, okay? So if you're not serving him with a willing mind, it's all in vain, okay? It's all to fill your belly. That's why you're doing it. You're not serving him according to knowledge, according to this truth, according to the spirit. It says, for all those things have my hand made, and all those things have been, saith Yahweh. But to this man will I look, even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit, and trembleth at my word. All right? That's how you serve the Most High, with a willing mind, man. You have to have a contrite spirit and trembleth at my word, okay? You have to stay with that level of humility. As the more you rise in this truth, the more you become humble. All right? That's how you serve the Most High, all right? You have to continue to stay humble. The more you grow in this truth, the more humble you have to continue to be, man. All right? You have to. Or else you're going to get too big-headed, man. All right? And we know what it says about knowledge. It puffeth up. Knowledge puffeth up, man. Makes you think you're higher and better than you actually are, man. So that's why the more you get, the more knowledge you receive in this word, this truth, this walk, the more humble you have to be. All right? So you have to keep that will in mind to serve the Most High. All right? You have to remember, it's all about YAHAWAH, BaHaShem, YAHAWASHI. You're just a mouthpiece. At any given time, you could be cast away. You could become a reprobate. All right? So let's go back to 2 Corinthians 8 in verse 12. It reads, for if there be first a willing mind, it is accepted according to that a man have. Then all your sacrifices are accepted, you know, and not according to that he have not. Okay? Because the Most High knows who's his, all right? He knows who's his. All right? For many are called, but few are chosen. Those who are chosen are the ones with the willing mind to do the work in all sincerity and honesty. All right? So you can't fool the Most High, man. All right? Yeah, you can fool man. Yeah, you can fool your congregation, your flock, to believe that you're a man of the Lord. Okay? But you can't fool the Most High, man. You can't fool the elect of the nation, man. They're going to see right through you. All right? Whether or not you serving the Most High with a willing mind, or whether you just doing it for your own purposes. Okay? And the Most High going to eventually expose you if you are. All right? For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. All right? So there's only so long, you know, you can pretend. There's only so long that you can be, you know, fake, phony, before you expose. All right? This is the book of John, chapter 10, in verse 29. This is John 10 and 29. It reads, my Father, which gave them me, is greater than all. Right. Who is his Father? This is YAHAWASHI speaking. His Father in this term is speaking of Yahweh. Okay. So it says, my Father, which gave them me, speaking of the elect, is greater than all. Right. Yahweh is the Most High. Okay? He's the top. It doesn't get no higher than Yahawah. It says, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. Right. Those that are serving the Most High with that will in mind, those are the elect. And no man can pluck them out of the Father's hand, man. All right. You see? So the Most High is going to eventually expose those who are his and those who aren't. All right. And if you have any good sense, when the ones that aren't his are exposed, you would run away from them, man. All right? You will run, man. Run for the mountains, man. Get away from that man after he's been exposed of not being, one that is called to this faith by YAHAWAH, by Hashem YAHAWASHI. It would do you good to run from him. All right? Keep as far away from him as possible, because he's here to serve his own belly. Okay? It reads, verse 29, my Father which gave them me is greater than all, and no man is able to pluck them out of my Father's hand. I and my Father are one. Right, they're on the same accord, man. Okay? So, serving the Most High, you have to have a willing mind, okay? You have to have a contrite spirit, all right? You have to be humble, okay? That's the only way you're going to be accepted, okay? Other than that, you just doing it for your own, belly, man. All right? And that ain't going to get it done, man, okay? Not if you're looking to be delivered. Not if you're looking to have faith to be, saved from up out of this place when the missiles come. All right? Now, if you just here just to use this truth as an avenue to make money, to merchandise yourself, then, go, you're going to get exposed eventually, man. All right? I'm not even going to say go ahead and do it, because eventually you're going to be found out, man. And the judgment that's going to come, you don't want. All right? You do not want it. All right? So this is Hebrews 6 in verse 12. It reads, well, it must be Hebrews 12 and 6. Sometimes get those confused. Oh, 11 and 6, man. This is Hebrews 11 and 6. It reads, but without faith, it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is. So you have to have that will in mind. You have to already believe that you coming to serve the Most High. And he is a what? And that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him. All right? That's how you have to serve the Most High, with a will in mind. You have to continually, diligently seek him. Okay? Be humble. Stay with a contrite spirit. All right? The more you grow in this word, this truth, this knowledge, this walk, the more you have to continue to stay humble, man. Pride, knowledge puffeth up. See if I can get that. That might be in. This is 1 Corinthians 8 and 1. It says, Now, as touching things offered unto idols, we know that we all have knowledge. You see? So we all have a level of knowledge, man. Coming into this truth, we wake up to who we are. It says, knowledge puffeth up, but charity edifieth. So you can't let, your ability to grow in this walk, this faith, this truth hinder your actual ministry, which is what? Based around what? Charity, edifying. All right, you have to continue to have that contrite spirit. You have to continue to serve the Most High with a willing mind, okay? Because pride, knowledge puffeth up, man. It'll get you to the fact that you think it's all about you, and you can't see it. You won't be able to see it either, all right? That spirit, that proudful, boastful spirit gets on you. Nobody can usually tell you what to do, man, all right? That usually be the pretty much the downfall of those that come into this walk, man. They usually come in with that prideful spirit already from the world, man. All right. See, when you come into this truth, you have to put on that, you have to put off that old man and put on the new man. And part of that old man was wanting to be, make it all about yourself. Want the pride, want the fame, want the notoriety, want the, want it all, man. See? So you have to take that old man off, man, and put on that new man. Okay? Because it's going to expose. See, what you were in the world, if you don't get that under control coming to this truth, it's only going to be made manifest. It's only going to be magnified. You see? See, this truth's supposed to be a way that you renew your mind. This truth is supposed to expose your ways that you had in the world, and you're supposed to, nail those ways to the cross, per se, okay? Coming into this truth, you're supposed to humble yourself, man, all right? If you want that, leave that in the world, man, all right? Because you coming into this truth and you ain't willing to actually make a change from how you were in the world, it's only going to be magnified, and then you're going to be exposed eventually, man. So you have to stay humble. You have to stay with that contrite spirit. You have to stay with a willing mind to serve the Most High. And a lot of people, man, they may have had a little fame in the world, but then they come in and they see an avenue in this truth, and they want to exploit it, man. They get deep into the word. They get and receive heat from the people. Oh, you are a great orator. You're a great speaker. The Most High is dealing with you. You have tremendous amount of knowledge on this truth. Don't let that pride get to your head, man. Because knowledge puffeth up, man. You see? All those, compliments and all those praises and everything else, that can get to one's head, man. Especially if you ain't get that type of attention in the world before you came into this truth. Now you really feeling yourself, man. Now you're not able to serve the Most High with a willing mind. All right? Because why? Knowledge puffeth up. Okay? But charity edify. All right? So you have to stay humble, man. All right? Understanding that this thing that we have of this truth, this walk, can easily be removed and taken from up off of you at any point in time, man. Okay? So you have to continue to stay humble in this walk, this truth. Because knowledge can easily puff it up, man, and make you think you're more than what you are. When in actuality, you ain't worth nothing in this truth, man. You see, you barely was the man in the world, man. All right? You barely was the man in the world. So you saw an avenue to come into this, walk and try to become the man. Try to receive the praises and heaps of, exhortation by other men. See, those of us that have that contrite spirit, we want the Lord to exalt us in our due time, man. See, we waiting on that crown from YAHAWASHI, man. So we have to stay with that willing mind to serve the Most High until we get that crown. All right? We have to stay with that contrite spirit until we get the crown, man. All right, then we can be lauded and praised. Okay, because why? Yahweh Shah is going to give us that job well done, thy faithful and good servant, man. That's who we want. That's who we want the praises for. We want Yahweh Shah to come and praise us, man, when he put that crown on our head, okay? Not before then, all right? So you have to serve the Most High with a willing mind, man, all right? Stay humble, stay with a contrite spirit, and in due times, we'll get what we're supposed to get if we of that number, the elect, all right? So we're going to go ahead and close out with 1 Peter 5:8, and it states, be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. You see? And don't think these elites, ain't watching, seeing you, seeing how they can compromise and how they may be able to get you to go off in doctrine and switch it up a little bit. All right? You see? And whether you in a group, or a camp, if they going off, man, you got to examine the doctrine, seeing whether or not they've been compromised. All right? Knowing exactly that the names of the Father and the Son is YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI. All right? How did they change that up? How all of a sudden they getting more notoriety than what they used to? Okay, you got to be very careful of that, man. You have to vet that through the spirit, man. You have to look and see whether or not who you following is who you should be following. Or are you just following because they got a large number, and they look good in the eyes of men, but they don't look good in the eyes of the Most High. So you have to be very keen to who you follow, all right? And who you let lead, because, hey, it will be no excuse, man. It will be no excuse in that day that you gave your time over to a fake or a false prophet, man. You see, they're going to lead a lot of people to taking that microchip in that day, man. You see, this is what these elites have infiltrated certain camps and organizations to go off on certain parts of their doctrine. That's going to cost their congregation in the long run, man. Taking that microchip is a serious offense, man. And these elites, they know that. So they compromise certain camps, certain leaders of certain camps to what? Teach that the mark of the beast is something other than what it actually is. Okay? Hey, and you have to use what? You have to use discernment to understand that why, if you can see it, they can't see it. Why do they tell you to call on names other than Yahawah, YAHAWASHI, and in certain times that they can call on it? That should be a continual thing. They should call on Yahweh and YAHAWASHI every time. Okay? Especially in the presence of their congregation. Those should be red flags, man. Why do you call on Jesus or Christ in certain instances or certain times, and then other times, you use Yahweh, YAHAWASHI? You see? They're not serving the Most High with a willing mind. And these are the men that you have chose to lead you. Just because they know the truth doesn't mean that they are of the truth. Okay? Just because they know the truth, they know who they are, they know who we are, they're serving their own belly though. Okay? They're not serving the Most High with a willing mind, man. That's why they're gonna mislead their congregation, their flock, into taking that chip. And then from there, it's going to be game over, man. All right. So you have to be very mindful of the ones that you allow to lead you. And eventually you have to pray on it, man. Pray to the Father that He send you pastors according to His heart that shall feed you with what? Knowledge and understanding. Jeremiah 3:15. You have to pray on these things. It reads, Jeremiah 3:15, I will give you pastors according to my heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. So you have to, pray to the Most High, to send me in the direction of pastors that's going to feed me according to your heart with knowledge and understanding. Pray on it. And eventually if you are the elect, you're going to be directed to those pastors, those leaders that's going to feed you with knowledge and understanding according to YAHAWAH and YAHAWASHI, man, and not their own selves, okay? Because in these last days, you're going to have men that's lovers of their own selves, man, that's in it for themselves. Despite how they look, despite how they sound, they come off as a fierce warrior for Yahawah and Yahawashai, but hey, behind closed doors, man, they anything but that, man. You see, so you have to continue to pray that the Most High send you pastors that's according to His heart that will feed you with knowledge and understanding that you're going to use in that time of adversity, Jacob's trouble, man, the hour of temptation. This is why you have been given and sent to certain individuals, okay? Whether or not you're of the elect or you are the elect, you're going to receive pastors according to Yahawah heart that's going to give you directions and leadership and what to do when that hour of temptation comes, man. That's building you up in the faith right now. All right? If your pastor, your leader is continually doing debates and selling merchandise and, doing things other than preaching the truth, building up your faith, getting you ready for the times that's coming, you got to really question, Yahawah, is this person right for me? Yahawah Bashim Yahawashai, are these hucksters, are these men that are according to your heart? And in due time, man, if you are the elect, He's going to reveal whether or not, they are or they aren't. All right. And if He reveals that they aren't, you got to run for the mountains, man. Okay. Get out of there. Okay. We close to the end times, man. You don't want to be given over to, fake pastors and preachers in these last days, man. That's after their own heart and not the heart of Yahawah Ba'ashim Yahawashai, man. All right. So 1 Peter 5:8 says what? Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. All right. So if you ain't serving the Most High with a willing mind, man, you need to question yourself and ask yourself, why aren't you? All right. Get on board before it's too late, man. Okay? Before it's too late, because when all hell breaks out, that's where you're going to be at, man. With those that you have learned from and those that weren't serving the Most High with a willing mind, you're going to be a reflection of it in that day. It says, if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into a ditch. Okay? So those that are blind to the fact, that are oblivious to the fact that they're not serving the Most High with a willing mind, are going to be led to the ditch. And those that follow after them, that's not serving the Most High with a willing mind, they're going to be led to the ditch. Okay? And they're going to be burned with those thermonuclear missiles, man. So get your shit together while you still got time, man. Pray on it. Fast. Pray that you faint not and that the Most High sends you pastors according to His heart. That's going to feed you with knowledge and understanding, that's going to serve Him with a willing mind. All right? So that you can as well. All right? Because there's no excuse, you see? Either you got it or you don't. All right. And if you don't, that just means you're not of the elect. All right. And only time will tell who is the elect and who isn't, man. All right. Only time will tell. Okay. But until then, you have to continue to pray and fast that you faint not, man. All right. Until the end. Okay. So with that being said, pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.